Hello bass family, and welcome to Everything Bass. Thanks for stopping by and sharing some of your time with me. Today we're moving on. We're in the third episode of covering basic chord shapes and how to play them on the bass. Now there's two previous videos. There's the major 7 video and the minor 7 video. If you haven't gone there, you don't have to go back and do those now, but you can study this one. But be sure to seek them out, because at the end of this 4-part series, you'll know how to play 4 primary chords on your bass and be able to work out simple tunes and record them and then play over them and be your own backing tracks, and that's a lot of fun. So today's the dominant 7 chord. Now, dominant 7 chord, I was playing it in the intro. It's got a root, a major 3rd, perfect 5th, and a minor 7. And it's that combination of that 3rd being major and the 7 being minor. It makes a little tritone nestled away in the chord. And all that means it's got a lot of movement. This chord wants to take you somewhere. When you hear it, it wants to go somewhere. Now, because of blues and certain modern music styles, bands will end on a dominant chord, and that's because they're creating that tension, and that's part of the song they're getting across. But a lot of times we use a dominant chord to take us somewhere in the progression, and it's a lot of fun to play. And this is one of my favorite chords to kind of just improvise and jam over. So let's get to it. Again, if you want to get the neck diagram, so you can see them written out on a simple neck diagram, just go to my Patreon channel. The link is in the description of this video. And for just $8 a month, you become a Patreon subscriber. And it's a backstage pass. That's the one you're going to want to subscribe to. And that gives you access to all of my materials for every video that's had materials. And most of them have. 95% of the videos have had some kind of downloadable content to get more out of the lesson. But let's just go right now into how you play a dominant 7th arpeggio. As with all the previous videos, I want to be consistent in how I start, so I'm going to go to my 12th fret here. And so with my index finger, I'm playing the E. Now, with my middle finger, I'm going to play the D, because that's the minor 7. So I'm ignoring the A. Now, my ring finger, I can tuck up here and get the major 3rd, which is the 13th fret. So again, it's for an E dominant 7th, it's the E on the 12th fret E string, D on the 12th fret D string, G sharp on the 13th fret G string. And you get this sound, which is just great. Now, in the intro I played, the short little intro, I was playing a half step below and sliding up to my tonic. You just have to have enough pressure when you play the chord to slide up. Some people either play too light on the first one and just get a bunch of ghost notes. That doesn't sound good. Or if you play with too much pressure, it's hard to kind of be agile and slide up. So you can play around with that. But that's how you play the E dominant 7th chord on the 4-string bass. Now, what if with the root's on the A string? We're going to do a little whoopsie doodle here. We're going to take the middle finger, put it on A, index finger on C sharp on the 11th fret, and then that's the major 3rd, and then the minor 7 is a G on the 12th fret G string. So now the shape's like this. So root is the A with the middle finger, index finger plays the C sharp, which is the major 3rd, and then the minor 7 is the ring finger on the 12th fret. So it's a great, just to get confidence. Once you learn how to play it on the E string with the root on the E string, how to play it with the root on the A string, a good exercise just to kind of really make sure you know it is just to go between those two shapes, a 4th apart. So you go and then switch and go back down. So you can get kind of used to that. Now, all transparency, when I first started playing chords on bass, you could have timed how long it took me to get from one chord shape to other with a calendar. It was bad. Well, no, it's not bad. I shouldn't say that. It's just what it takes. Be patient with yourself. Don't expect to be able to just articulate and play through and be super agile and playing all these chord shapes. Be patient with yourself. And honestly, usually one afternoon of doing that, what I was just saying, play with this one, then play with this one. Now, initially, you might find yourself playing the first one and then kind of going, okay, now he said, put this here, put that there. Great. That's perfect. That is the perfect way to learn. There's sometimes a false expectation, especially since we got these videos where you can actually see the person do it and you think, oh, I'll be able to do it just like that person right now. Man, no. We all have to go through the same path. And so be patient with yourself. Take your time, and if your hand starts to feel fatigued or your shoulders are in, put it down, pick it up later, but you'll get it. I promise you'll get it. So now, as we talked about in the minor 7 video, which is the second in the series, regarding don't let the previous chord shapes get dull and don't forget them, because I'm showing these several weeks apart. So you got to keep practicing them. Don't let those perish. Keep them alive in your playing. So as I said in the last video, like you might want to play everything off the same root. Now I'm going to say, let's play off the off the E. We're going to play an E major 7. Then we're going to play an E minor 7. And then we're going to play an E dominant 7. Now what's cool is you can actually see what's being changed, and that helps you memorize the actual intervals. Like major 7, it's got a major 7 and a major third. To make it a minor 7, it's got a minor 7 and a minor third. To make a dominant 7, it's got a minor 7 and a major third. So these things are all additive. So you understand music in general better, and on your bass specifically better. So yeah, and you want to do the same thing with the root on the A string. You start off with an A major 7, play an A minor 7, and then move that minor third to a major third, and you got a dominant 7. Mess around with them. It'd be a good time, if you don't already have one, to buy a real book. And I know you go, I don't really like jazz. And that's okay, but don't think of it that way. Use the real book as a way to find progressions and see if you can, trick yourself into, or not trick yourself, train yourself how to play through more complex progressions. Now, you invariably will come across chords we haven't talked about. We're just covering basic primary chords that you find. So you're going to probably find some chords that are really wackadoodle, and you're like, oh, I don't know how to play that. And then just put it in the comments, and I can do a video specifically to that chord. Now, if you're like saying, I don't really have the money to get a real book, but you have even if your parents have a piano and there's a songbook and the Carpenter's Greatest Hit song, it doesn't matter. Just pull that out, open it up, and play through those different shapes, and you'll find it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and you're going to learn how chord progressions are built. You're going to learn how common chord progressions sound, and your ability overall as a player to improvise, to jam with others, to learn songs, to memorize songs better, will grow as you know how to play chords in your bass. All right, so that's it. The third in the series, Dominant 7. We're done. We're done with this one, because there's one more video I'm going to do in this first set, which is the minor 7 flat 5. So look for that in a future video, and let me know how it's going in the comments below. Are these working for you? Are you having any problems? Something not sounding right? Your bass might need to be intonated, something like that. Anything you're running across these, please don't hide it. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it in the comment section below. I see every comment, and I do my best to reply to every comment. All right, guys and girls, thank you so much. You're my brothers and sisters in this bass family. I enjoy so much that you guys share this time with me and that we interact on Facebook and on the channel. So keep it up, and I will keep making videos. You guys have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you at the next video.